questions very quickly. We're about out of time, but somebody, if you can step up the mic, or if you can't make it, just very loud so we can hear you. Yes, sir.
Well,
the question was James Booker.
Listen, I was very privileged that James Booker worked in the band for about 4 or 5 years, and in the time, Booker was doing so good with the band, and unfortunately, when his mother and sister in Melbourne last year all passed away, he really had a flip out, and I told him, I said, Booker, I gotta let you go because he did some really strange stuff. But I said, whatever you do, I said, I'm gonna give you some money, even though y'all draw it up, and you go see Marvin Gaye, he'll give you some more front money, and Joe Tex will give you some more, but don't go to New Orleans. I said, they're looking for you, so whatever you do, don't go to New Orleans. So the last place he hit was New Orleans to get some money from Antoine Fazdomino and got popped. And that's it. It's a sad story, but it was a time of Booker's life. Right prior to that, he had been doing some of the best stuff. Yeah. He wrote the chart that we play on Good Night Irene now. That was, but he had wrote that for another song. It's called My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean.
Right.
And it was like the woo.
Okay, one quick question, and then maybe you can take us out with one verse of Good Night Irene. Just a quick question, please.
Yes, sir. My name is Kevin Owen. The first time I was ever introduced to you was on a show called Dick Clark's In Concert. That dates me. I came to New Orleans after the storm. I'm infatuated with the culture. I have an 11 and 13-year-old daughter, and I said, I'm going to see Dr. John tonight at the House of Blues. They didn't say anything. 3 or 4 days later, they called back and said, yeah, I asked my teacher. He's an old guy that had a hit a long time ago. And I said all that to say this. You're a treasure of the culture that I love and I decided to live in. What are some of your ideas on how the type of memories and education you bestowed upon us today can be bestowed upon the generation that I've brought into the world, and how we can keep this going? Thank you.
A surefire thing you do with music is just let musicians get them some instruments to play on, and then you get them some teachers to teach how to play them.
There you go. We are just about out of time. I'm sorry. We have to cut this off. Dr. John has a show at 2:05 with the Voice of the Wetlands, and we need to let them get over to that. We thank you very much for coming out. We've got an interview with 2 members of Los Lobos coming up. Can you give us a verse of Good Night Irene to take us out? Stick around for Los Lobos.